Hello student, today we are going to discuss about the remaining part of the chapter Constitutional Design. Today we are discussing about the making of the Indian Constitution. Like South Africa, India's constitution was also drawn up under very difficult circumstances. The country was born through a partition on the basis of religious differences and was a traumatic experiences for the people of India and Pakistan. At least 10 lakh people were killed on both sides of the border in partition related violence. There was another problem. The British had left it to the rulers of the princely state to decide whether they wanted to merge with India or with Pakistan or remain independent. The merger of these princely states was a difficult and uncertain task. When the constitution was being retained, the future of the country did not look as secure as it does today. The makers of the constitution had worried about the present and the future of the country. Despite all these difficulties, there was one big advantage for the makers of the Indian Constitution. Unlike South Africa, they did not have to create a consensus about what a democratic India should look like had already evolved during the freedom struggle. Much of these consensus had evolved during the freedom struggle. Our national movement was not merely a struggle against a foreign rule, it was also a struggle to rejuvenate our country and to transform our society and policy. There were sharp differences of opinion within the freedom struggle about the path India should take after independence. Such differences exist even today, yet some basic ideas had come to be accepted by almost everyone. Both these documents includes features such as universal adult franchise, rights to freedom and equality, and to protecting the rights of minorities in the Constitution of Independent India. Thus, some basic values were accepted by all leaders much before the Constitution Assembly made to deliberate on Constitution. The familiarity with political institution of colonial rule also helped develop an agreement over the institutional design. The British rule had given voting rights only to a few. On that basis, the British had introduced very weak legislature. Elections were held in 1937 to provincial legislatures and ministers all over British India. These were not fully democratic governments, but the experience gained by Indians in the working of the legislative institutions proved to be very useful for the country in setting up its own institution and working in them. That is why the Indian Constitution adopted many institutional details and procedures from colonial laws like Government of India Act 1930. Years of thinking and deliberation on the framework of the Constitution had another benefit. Our leaders gained confidence to learn from other countries but on your own terms. Many of our leaders were inspired by the ideals of the French Revolution and practice of parliamentary democracy in Britain and the Bill of Rights in USA. The socialist revolution in Russia had inspired many Indians to think of shaping a system based on social and economic equality. All these factors contributed to the making of our constitution. Now we will know about who them were the makers of the Indian constitution. We will find here very brief sketch of some of the leaders who played an important role in making the constitution. First of all, we know about the Constituent Assembly. What is the Constituent Assembly? The drafting of the constitution was done by an assembly of elected representatives called the Constituent Assembly. Elections to the Constituent Assembly were held in July 1946 and its first meet was held in December 1946. Here representative means whose person elected on the behalf of the people by voting. After the Constituent Assembly elections, the country was divided into India and Pakistan, and the Constituent Assembly was also divided into the Constituent Assembly of India and Pakistan. 299 members elected from all over the India for Constituent Assembly and wrote the Indian Constitution. How much time taken to draft of Indian Constitution? It has taken 2 years, 11 months, 18 days. After that, the Assembly adopted the Constitution on 26 November 1949, but it came into effect on 26 January 1950. To mark this day, we celebrate January as 26 as Republic Day every year. Students, why should we accept the constitution made by this assembly more than 6 decades ago? Involve following reason for it. First, the constitution does not reflect the views of its members alone. It expresses a broad consensus of its time. The second reason for accepting the constitution is that the Constituent Assembly represented the people of India. Finally, the manner in which the Constituent Assembly worked gives sanctity of the constitution. The Constituent Assembly worked in the systematic, open and consensual manner. The members of the Constituent Assembly decided and agreed upon some basic principles. Then, a drafting committee chaired by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar prepared a draft constitution for discussion. Several rounds of thorough discussion take place on the draft constitution clause by clause. More than 2,000 amendments were considered. The members deliberated for 114 days spread over 3 years. Every document was presented and every word spoken in the Constituent Assembly has been recorded and preserved. These are called Constituent Assembly debates. That's all for today. We will discuss remaining part of the chapter in next video. Thank you.